Kenya. Welcome back to Kenya's Decor Corner. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you will go ahead and click the subscribe button, and also be sure to hit the notification bell so that you won't miss any videos that I upload. So today I'm so super excited because I have been sitting around the house kind of bored and just was perusing through the streets of YouTube, and I came across the quarantine tag. And so I decided, you know what, I'll do that. That seems like fun. And I thought I'd just share with you guys my answers for the quarantine tag. So I do have them written down here. And like, I know this is so old school with a composition notebook, but you know what, I'm a little bit old school. So anyway, so there's 10 questions to this tag. I don't know who came up with it. When I was just searching around for different tags and whatever, and this came across, it was several different people, but no one gave like tribute to whoever came up with it. So it's just random. And also I'm gonna say I'll tag anyone who wants to participate, but towards the end I might choose a few people in particular because I'd like to hear their answers, but I would love to hear the answers of anyone who'd like to participate. Just feel free to join in. So with that being said, let's get started. And I will say that for us here in Texas, they're not calling it a quarantine. They're saying stay home, stay safe. And so I guess that's basically like a quarantine, because they're saying if you don't have to go out, don't. And if you can work from home, do. So, and they're saying limit your shopping and things like that. So it's kind of like a soft quarantine, I guess. But for me, like, we're going full force with it. And so I've been basically staying home for the past 3 weeks. Going into next week will be 4 weeks of working from home. I'm blessed enough to have a job that I can work from home. And so we're going into week 4 of my working from home. So I've been in the house for the past 4 weeks, not going out to stores really. And probably, I should say, around that time also, 4 weeks ago was when the stores closed, or at least like the stores that I like to go shopping at. They either were closed or I thought they were, and then when I heard they weren't and I went to go, they actually were. So I haven't been shopping in 4 weeks, so you guys know it's like I'm going a little bit batty here. So I thought, fine, let's do this tag. This will be fun. So here we go. There's 10 questions. Number 1 is, did you prepare for the quarantine or did you wait until last minute? Okay, let's back up a little bit, because at the end of December, the last week in December, moving into January, my husband got sick and was in the hospital. And so he was in the hospital for a week. He discharged after the first of the year, and then we came home. Thank God at that time he did not have to have emergency surgery, but we knew that he was going to have surgery sometime in the future. So he had to go home, continue healing, and get to a point where his body was strong enough to go through surgery. So we did that, and his surgery was planned for actually March 1st. So we had his surgery. I had been hearing more about it at that time, but it was mostly this, this virus that's going on in China is what I had been hearing. So I was like, okay, well, we'll have to pray for them. They're dealing with something. And so, because it was like the numbers were getting worse. It was bigger than what, we had initially, at least I had initially anticipated or thought of. So while my husband's in the hospital recovering from his surgery, he was there for a week. Maybe on March 3rd, I was like, you know what? This might be something to pay attention to. So then I started doing my own research and really looking into what was happening at that time in China. And I remember saying to my husband at the hospital, like, you know what, I think we need to start getting ready for this, because if this is happening there on this scale, then this could be something that we might have to deal with here also. And so, so at that point, after I was there at the hospital with him, I had to go get Addison from school. And so I picked him up. We went by the grocery store, and I picked up some things at that time. And really, I was just shopping for things that we needed at our home. And then I picked up a few extras. Like I may have gotten, 2 or 3 cases of water instead of 1, or I got 2 packs of tissue instead of 1, and 2 packs of paper towels instead of 1. I might have got some bleach and maybe a few other like cleaning items, but I didn't know the gravity of things at that time, so I didn't like just go buy out everything. And at that time, especially here in Houston, the stores were completely fully stocked with everything. It was like nothing was happening here, and so everything was readily available. So I did go ahead and at that time buy a bunch of canned goods and water, paper towels, tissue, and some cleaning supplies, laundry detergent, stuff like that. And so partially because I was thinking about the fact that my husband was in the hospital, gonna be coming home, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't have to be going back and forth a lot either, because I knew I was gonna have to be caring for him. So I was thinking about the pandemic, but I was thinking about other things also, and I think it was really kind of on my radar at that point. So that was like on a Wednesday. By Saturday, I had been doing more research and listening to more videos and listening to the news more, and I was listening to like the news in the UK, in Canada, in Italy, and other places. I was listening to global news instead of just our US news, and especially not our local news. And so I was like, this is very serious. So at that point of the weekend, that's when I decided to go to like Costco and really stock up on things. And again, that was at the time when they still had quite a bit of all the supplies that you needed, and so there weren't any limits or anything at that point. So I did do 2 grocery runs like in the course of a week, and in the course of a few days actually, and I probably spent like over $500, because I was like, the first time I just bought what we needed. The second time I was like, maybe I need to be a little bit more prepared. So that's what I did. So I have to say, so the answer to that question is, did you prepare or did you wait till the last minute? So I prepared up front. I'm that person too. That's kind of like my personality. I like to kind of be prepared. I like to have things in order. I don't like to be that person that's out there at the last minute trying to scramble to get what they can get. And if I do go out there, it's because I'm wanting to still get a few more things, but we're not completely out at home. I try not to run out of anything at home before I go shopping for something else. So I don't wait until we're on our last roll of tissue to say, oh, we should go buy tissue. Like when we get to our last pack, then I'm like, okay, we got to buy some more tissue. So we were not last minute. We were ahead of the curve, maybe more than some people. And then I have been going now to the store like once a week or once every 2 weeks, just to get to replenish the items that we've used so that we don't have a shortfall. Okay, so number 2, are you secretly happy you are home, or are you miserable and can't wait to go outside? So I'm not secretly happy, and I'm not miserable either. I'm thankful that I have a home that is comfortable, that I'm not worried about anything. So I'm thankful and grateful more than anything, honestly, guys. So it is nice to work from home. I will say that has been always my dream, to be able to work from home. And so I am enjoying that as a benefit of all this. If I had to find a bright side in things, I am happy that I'm able to work from home. So that is a plus. It is a little bit, I have a little bit of like an antsy feeling being in the house, like not being able to go out to my favorite stores. You guys know I love shopping, and I love just like window shopping also. Like I don't use window shopping. If I go shopping, I usually buy something. But I do like to go out and shop and look at pretty things and just look around stores and see what they have out there. Look at the seasonal decor and things like that. And so that is a little bit nerve-wracking to me, and it's not making me miserable, but it does make me feel a little restless, I guess you should say. And so, yeah. So I'm happy to be home, but it's no secret. It's no secret. Like my family knows I'm happy. My colleagues and my leadership and my employer, they know that I'm happy to be working from home. They all know that. No, that's no secret. And I'm not miserable, maybe a little antsy at times, but not miserable. So I'm good. I'm thankful. I'm blessed. That's what I am. Okay, number 3. Who was the last person you checked on during the quarantine? So that's easy because I just talked to my mom earlier today. I talked to her the day before yesterday. I usually talk to my mom like every other day. and also my sister. So I'll usually talk to my mom first, then my sister. My husband's always talking to my mother-in-law, so I kind of check in with her through him. When he's on the phone, he'll have her on speaker, so I can talk to her, check in, see how she's doing. Same when I'm with talking to my mom, my husband kind of chime in too. So we're checking in on our parents, and my husband is an only child, so he doesn't have any siblings necessarily, but we check in time to time with cousins that he grew up closely with, texting, saying, hey, how's everyone doing? But on a regular basis, we're checking in with our moms. And he's also checking in with my father-in-law also. Okay, number 4, how do you normally spend your day during the quarantine? So because I'm working from home, I basically get up in the morning and get on the computer and start my work day. And because my husband's still home recovering from his surgery, that is truly a blessing in and of itself too, because he's able to help educate Addison because he's not in school. And so my husband and I both are like, look, we are not teachers. So this has been more than a notion, trying to educate a kindergartner. But his teacher's been really good with like giving us the format of their day, so we can kind of have some structure and try to make things similar to school. Even though Addison's a little smarty pants, and he was like, why do I have to do schoolwork when I'm not at school? So we're having to help him to understand that even though you're not at school, there's still school time. And so there's time for learning, and there's time for activities and things like that. So during the day while I'm working, my husband is doing education with Addison. And then when I take a break, that's time for him to go outside too. So we'll go walk around the neighborhood or something like that, or just maybe go sit down on the back patio for a little bit, just to get some fresh air. So basically I work during the day, then have lunch, then work some more, and then when work is over with, then I'm done, and I usually get dinner started if my husband didn't start something. So that's basically how my day goes, just like my normal work day. It's just that I'm here at home as opposed to being at work, physically at my office, I should say. Okay, number 5, who are you quarantined with? So I just answered that basically with my husband and Addison, our 6-year-old. He just turned 6 a few weeks ago. So yeah, my husband and my 6-year-old. We do have 5 kids, and 3 of them are adults, and so they're out on their own. And then we have my stepson is 14, and so he unfortunately hasn't been able to come visit because everyone's quarantining and everyone's kind of staying put. So we've been doing FaceTime with him and things like that. So, but in our actual home, it's just my husband and Addison and myself. Okay, so it says, have you been outside and how many times? So I did just kind of answer that also, because yes, we in our neighborhood, people are walking outside. Like Addison gets on his little 4-wheeler or his bike and ride up to the mailbox, or we'll go past the park. We don't stay at the park because no one's supposed to be participating or playing on the playground. But we are going outside just to get some air. We spend most of our time in the backyard, actually, like playing frisbee or throwing the football or kicking the ball, like playing kickball or things like that, like sitting, lounging out on the back patio. So we are trying to be outside at least for 30 minutes or so every day, just to get fresh air. And here in Houston, it's warm, like it's in the 80s most days. We had a little bit of a cool front come through and we were in the low 70s. But so these are beautiful sunny days mostly. We've had some rain, but for the most part, if it's a nice day, we try to get outside and just do a little something. Now I will say the neighborhood kids are all playing like this is summer break. And they're asking, can Addison come out and play? And I'm like, no. Like, don't y'all know this is quarantine? Like, you're supposed to be in your house, play in your backyard. You're not supposed to be out here all in my yard dropping your water bottles across my lawn. So the other day I came outside and I was like, hey, you guys pick those water bottles up, put them in the trash can. Don't just leave them thrown in my grass. And they were like, oh, I didn't do that. And I was like, okay. well, just help me out and help me pick them up, please. And so they were like, yes, ma'am. They're all good kids. So really, really good kids, but they are playing together, and I'm just not allowing Addison to do that right now because, you know, we're just not in a place where I want to have any of us exposed to anything. I pray that they're all healthy, but I don't want to take any chances, honestly. Okay, so number 7 is, how many hours per day are you sleeping? So I might be sleeping a little bit more than usual, but so I guess about 7 or 8 hours. That's really about my norm. I usually go to bed around 10:30, 11-ish, and that's still been the same. So although I get to sleep in a little longer since I don't have the commute in the morning of driving to work, my commute is just going from our bedroom to our office. So I can sleep a little later, so that gained me an extra hour of sleep, I suppose. So yeah, I would say anywhere from normally 7 hours, now I get like 8 hours of sleep. So yeah, so that's a bonus. So so I'm not sleeping any more or any less than usual. Number 8, what is your favorite food to snack on during the quarantine? Now guys, I have to say, and I actually have a grocery haul that I'll probably show after this video. So I'm gonna post this video today, and then in a day or two, I'll post my shopping haul, because I'm gonna show you guys how I prepare, how I dress, what I look like when I go out to the store to protect myself, and then some of the items that I purchased while I was out. So be sure to stop back by and make sure your notification bells are on so that you won't miss that video when I upload it. But my favorite item to snack on right now, and it's been my favorite for some time, but I kind of fallen off and then now I'm back on, is number 1, I love Famous Amos cookies with the walnuts. I love those. Oh my goodness. And I think I had like an addiction to them at one point because I was going through like a box a day. And then I was like, you know what? I gotta cut this out. This is so not good for me. And so for years, I hadn't had Famous Amos cookies at all. But since this has been going on, I'm gonna say in the last, we'll just say 4 weeks, I've had like 2 boxes. So that's not too bad, but that's one of my favorites. And so I'll just have a couple here or there. And also Oreo cookies are my favorite right now. And so we're going through those like a pack a week maybe. But it's not just me, it's everybody in the house. That's like our little snack that we can have. You know, we all need cheap food sometimes, especially during difficult times like these when there's already stressors in place. Like I personally think that it's okay to have something that you normally wouldn't have under usual circumstances just to help alleviate some of those extra stressors. So so Oreo cookies are also a favorite, but my ultimate favorite, especially now that it's warming up outside, are the Outshine fruit bars. And I don't feel too guilty about it, even though they have quite a bit of sugar. They're still fruit bars. So they have strawberry flavor, pineapple flavor, mango flavor, tangerine flavor, rhubarb flavor, like so many different flavors. They're all so delicious, and they have chunks of fruit in it. They're so, oh my goodness, they're so good. They are so good. The only kind I don't like is the coconut flavor, and I like the flavor of coconut, but it has the chunks of coconuts in it, and I don't like that texture. But my absolute favorite is the mango and the pineapple. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness, they're so yummy. So yummy. There's big chunks of pineapple in the pineapple one. The mango one doesn't really have chunks of mango in it, but the texture of it is kind of reminiscent of like a mango. Anyway, it's so good. So good. That's my ultimate favorite. I'll skip cookies sometimes because if I know I want to have a popsicle, then I'm like, okay, I don't have to have the cookies today because I'm gonna have a popsicle and sit out on the patio with my popsicle. Love it. That's fun for me. Okay, so number 9, what have you been watching on television? Now, guys, I gotta say, now we have been burning up the TV. We have been watching everything. Like we've run out of all of our shows. Like I watched all of the Haves and the Have-Nots. I'm done with that. We watched all of Blackish. That's my show. Like I watch that anyway, but So we went back and was able to catch them all up. I try not to fall too far behind, but I may get like 4 or 5 episodes behind, so we caught up on that. Then we watched all the James Bond series, like from when, what is his name? The little guy, Tom Cruise. From when he became Bond all the way through, we watched all of them. And I never even watched James Bond before, but I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good. So we watched all of James Bond. We watched all of the Bourne Identity with, you know, Jason Bourne, that series of shows. I watched all of that. We watched every single Avengers movie there is with Addison. He loves it. We watched all of the X-Men, every single one. And we've seen them all anyway, but we've watched them over again. All of the Avengers, like all of the movies that they've had, the Avengers, and then each individual Avengers movie. So we watched Hulk, we watched Iron Man, we watched Captain America, we watched Captain Marvel, all of them. All of them. We watched all of the Avengers. Addison loves the Avengers, and I like it too. Like I said, we watched all the X-Men. I wrote some down here. We also watched all of the Hunger Games. I think that's what they're called, the Hunger Games. Watched all of those. And we also found this show on Netflix called Ozark with Jason Bateman. And it's actually really good because he's playing a character that's normally like not in his character when you think Jason Bateman, at least for me. So he's like this money launderer for the drug cartel. And so we watched every single episode of that. Like we binge watched through all of that. So we got to find something else to watch now. So if you guys have any ideas or suggestions of shows that we might want to watch, leave me comments down below. I would definitely look into it. Now, some of my friends, one of my coworkers actually told me about this show called The Tiger King. And I was like, okay, I have to see. I haven't looked into it, so I don't know anything about it. But they keep telling me, don't watch it. It's going to fry your brain cells. It's pure garbage, you know. And so I was like, okay, I'm afraid to watch it. I don't know if I should or not. So yeah, leave me comments down below. Let me know some suggestions that you guys might have, because we've watched everything that we would normally like to watch. Then I watched Property Brothers yesterday, just binge watched them fixing up people's homes. And so HGTV is always on. Yeah, so we've run out of things to watch. Okay, number 10, the final one. It says, how much toilet tissue did you buy? So I just told you guys, on early March, I went to shopping twice and picked up at least 2 each time. And then each time I've gone to the store, I get at least 1. So because I think now at Costco, the limit is 1 tissue, 1 paper towel, and 1 or 2 waters. I think 1 water. And so, so we have a little stockpile. I'm not gonna say like we're stockpiled and whatever, but I have always been that person, like I said, that like to keep things in stock. I don't like to run out. And so I think as it relates to like our shelf where I keep all the tissue, it's filled in, but they have a few little bare spots. And so I'm kind of shifting things around so I can add more to it. And so we have 1 extra tissue that's not on the shelf. So the next time I go to the store, I will get another one, because this week I'll have to rotate those that's not open now, open it up and add it to our shelf. And so I like to keep one that's in the garage for rotation, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna say probably in total since the beginning, I probably purchased 2, 4, maybe 8 packs of tissue, and each time they weren't big ones, because at the beginning I didn't go to Costco, so I didn't get the big one that I like to get at Costco. I just got what they had available at Walmart, which is not as large as it would be at Costco. And so, but then when I did go to Costco, I got 2 there. And so, yeah, so 2 each time, and then once every week thereafter. So maybe 6 or 8, you know. I don't think that's too much, but I think that we're good. I don't have to feel anxious about not having any tissue or paper towels. So, because my sister was like, they don't have tissue, but they got paper towels. I was like, you better get some paper towels, because if you run out of tissue, at least you can use some paper towels, right? You can tear them in half or something. So, Anyway, alrighty guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this video and getting to know me a little bit better. This was so much fun. Leave me comments down below to let me know what you think. Leave answers to any of these questions in the description box, in the comment section if you like. I'd love to hear your answers, your comments, see your comments. I just love it. Also, let me tag a few people. I'm going to tag Home Decorating with Liz, which she changed her channel name to, I think it's Jazigreen Decor now. But Liz, you know, I'm tagging you, and I'm tagging Liz because she always participates in tags. And so when I want to see what tag is out there, I always go to Liz's channel first because she participates quite often. And so I'm sure she'll get a kick out of participating in this one. And I would love to hear her answers as well. And also my sister Diva Designing on a Dime with Kimberly Davis. Kimberly also likes to participate in tags, and I love to hear her answers. And then I'm going to say, all of my Dream Team sisters, y'all know who you are. Juani, with Juani's House, Glamorous Penny Pincher, Style by Kira, Decorating with Barbara, Angelic Interior Designs with Shenell, TMB Designs with Trevina, Val's Glamorous Castle, shoots, I shouldn't have started naming Homebody with Forlisa. I'm like, I shouldn't have started naming people because I should have wrote it down. I'm forgetting somebody. I think that's everybody though. Homebody with Forlisa, yeah. Shenell, we got, oh, Breeze Project Book. That's the other one, Breeze Project Book. So I think that's everybody. I think so. I'm gonna have you guys listed in my description box below to let you know that you're tagged. And of course, I'm tagging everyone. Anyone who'd like to participate, you are tagged. I would love to hear your answers. This was fun. Gives you something to do when you have nothing to do at home, or you can clean. I've been doing a lot of cleaning too. So now you guys know that's not my thing. Like, I like to decorate. I don't necessarily like to clean, but I like for my home to be clean. And so, you know, with this going on, I'm making sure that our home stays extra clean. So I'm cleaning like every single day, which normally I might clean every other day or maybe every 3 days. That's just being real. So, but nowadays I'm cleaning every day and sometimes twice a day, like in the morning and in the evenings. So especially always in the evenings after we have dinner, then I just like to pick up and clean up everything and do the floors. So yeah, doing a lot of cleaning these days. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, if you're new here, go ahead and click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and leave me comments down below to let me know what you guys think, how you're doing. I pray that you all are doing well and staying healthy. And to my faithful family members, you all know I love you so very much. And I look forward to seeing all of you on the next video. Much love and many blessings. Bye-bye.